Good morning. Welcome to the August edition of the Civic Center Scoop. My name is Jess McMullen, and I will be your host for the show. We're going to talk about everything that's happening down at the Peoria Civic Center in downtown Peoria. We are broadcasting live on PeoriaLife.com. So we have a lot coming up this month. We're gearing up coming off of summer. We're gearing up for a very busy fall. We've got lots of entertainment options for you, but we also have some really fun events for the family as well as the general consumer in Peoria. So first up, we're going to talk some art business coming to Peoria. The famous event, Ignite Peoria, is back at the Civic Center, and I have Jenn Gordon from ArtsPartners here to talk with me. Welcome, Jenn.
Thanks for having me on the show, Jess. It is so great to be back.
Yeah, so another year.
Another year. And
Ignite Peoria.
And it's a big year because this is our 5th anniversary.
Okay, I was just going to ask you, exactly how many years? I knew you have quite a few. 5 years now.
Yeah, 5 years at the Peoria Civic Center, 5 years of being completely free to the public, which is just incredible.
How do you pull that off?
Well, we pull it off with some awesome partners like the Peoria Civic Center.
Yes. But I know you have to have more partners than that.
We do. So this event comes together. It's really a celebration of the arts and the makers communities that we have in Peoria. So when I say makers, I'm talking about anyone that builds, codes, invents, uses technology to create something new. So a couple years ago when we were, really talking through the scope of the event, we really saw this marriage between the maker community and the arts community and how kids really like to use their hands, and we want to see more kids getting engaged creatively in the creative arts. So
arts is more than just creating painting and sculpting. It's creating
anything.
Anything, yeah.
So it's taking that idea that you have in your head and then bringing it to life.
Well, we had a call the other day, and somebody called me and said, "Are we having a robot battle?" And I'm like, I don't know.
Yes.
And I did a little quick Google, and I was like, oh, that's at Ignite Peoria.
Yes. Yeah. So this is super cool. And we've had this for several years. It's done by the Central Illinois Robotics Club. Mm-hmm. It's called CIRC for short, and it's called a battle bot. So, and what that is you have all of these teams come together that build robots. So they're building 1 to 3 pound robots. And I don't know how you build a robot, but they do.
Either.
And then they come together, and those little robots will fight each other in this little ring.
Oh my gosh.
And, whoever wins. And it's this whole huge competition. It's actually the largest bot brawl in the Midwest.
You're kidding me.
No. So this is really...
Right here in Peoria.
Right here in Peoria. Yeah. So it's a really big deal. Yeah. That's happening throughout the day at the very, very back of Exhibit Hall C. So the event itself takes up... A, B, and C in the Civic Center, the main exhibit hall space. And then we also have some workshops in the business center area and a couple different things right outside. So, yeah.
Wow.
It's fun.
So encompasses, so robotics, which a lot of people probably wouldn't think of when you say an arts festival. Yep. So that's new in the past couple of years and a really... it's up and coming.
Really cool part, yes, absolutely.
So tell us about some of the other things that they'll find besides the robotics there.
Yes, so kind of the benchmark of Ignite Peoria has always been the creation station concept. So what's a creation station? A creation station is a booth where you can come in, do some type of hands-on activity, and learn about some form of art. So what we do is we bring together 65 local artists and arts organizations, and they all come in and they have a certain activity that kids can do, and adults, by the way, where you can learn about and experience a different type of art form. So this could be everything from doing pottery with Jacob Grant. He'll be there with his wheel art pottery trailer. It can be painting. It can be learning about comic book illustrations. We've got some of those on site there. And then you're going to have organizations like the Peoria Riverfront Museum, and they'll have some activities. You're going to have the Peoria Ballet. They're going to have tutus on site and ballet bars where kids can learn just some basic steps. And kind of everything in between. So our goal is that when families come to Ignite Peoria, the whole family can experience our arts community and our makers community, and hopefully from there kind of map out how they want to participate in the community throughout the rest of the year.
Oh, so fun.
Yeah, super fun.
And all these things they can get right in, get their hands in, and it's doing. It's not just booths where you go around and look. It's getting your hands in, having a little fun. And like you said, it's all day.
It's all day, yeah. And I can vouch for this because last year I brought my 3-year-old and she stayed for 7 hours.
If you can entertain a 3-year-old for 7 hours here, wow.
Because there was something to do at every different spot. The Peoria Playhouse Children's Museum is on site with their, their big building blocks that they have. We have some incredible artists from the Emerging Artists Collective who've put together this photo booth that's a collaborative painting project that they've all done that people can do. And then we also have the live performance component as well.
Okay, I was going to ask that. I thought you did performances as well. That's wonderful.
And this is really, really important because we know that there's a lot of performing arts in Peoria. Sometimes you don't know how your child or how your student is going to react to choral music or to ballet or to tap or whatever. Ignite is a great place to get a taste of all of that.
So before you pay the $100 for lessons, you can see which one they might actually have a natural talent at.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that.
Absolutely. I like that too. Yeah. So we're going to have the main stage is an area where you're going to have the larger group performances. So East Light Theater, Peoria Players Theater, Cornstalk Theater. We're going to have the Peoria Area Civic Chorale there. The larger groups are going to be performing there. We're going to have the Rainbow Cloggers, which is this fabulous group that clogs, which is like tap dancing. And that's throughout the day as well. So that's on the main stage. And then we also have the WTVP State and Water Stage, which if you're familiar with the new program that WTVP has launched in the last 2 years, it's a local program that highlights singer-songwriters here in Central Illinois.
Oh,
so so through a partnership with them, we have a second stage that's right at the entrance of the event that's going to have local singer-songwriters. We're going to have a rapper there. We're going to have a spoken word artist. But the brand of that stage is that these are people who create their own music or performance art. And so it's
here in Peoria.
Right here in Peoria, and they're incredibly talented. So, it's a chance for young people to also experience, jazz music and a folk singer, and to hear a banjo and whatnot.
Wow.
And then we also have the Peoria Symphony Orchestra is going to be on site with their instrument petting zoo, which is one of my favorite things ever.
Okay, what's that?
It sounds a little weird at first, but it's awesome. They have this table set out with all of these different instruments that kids can actually try out.
That is so neat.
Right? So you can actually touch a flute and see what a flute is like, or you can, they'll have drums and they'll have violins and different things like that, which again is so important when you're talking about first sparking that interest in a young person's life,
And before the parent, again, invest in an instrument because they want to play band.
Yeah.
And they pick an instrument and you're like, oh gosh, are they going to stay with that?
Right. Right.
This way they can try it out first. I like that idea.
Yeah. Yeah. And the organizations, this whole the whole event hinges on the participation of a lot of artists.
Oh, it sounds like you've been working on this for a long time because there's a lot of people to coordinate.
Yes. And
wow.
And the value for them is that it gives them a chance to build awareness about their programs, their ongoing programs throughout the year, and to connect with the community in a really, really unique way.
So by how many people do you estimate come through each year?
Well, since the inception of the event, so over the last 5 years, I think we've brought in a total of 20,000.
Wow.
So, any given year, it could be between 3,000 to 5,000 people that we're looking at.
Yeah.
But again, this is free. We're really, really encouraging people, just come. There's no reason not to come. If you're one of those people that's like, oh man, it's Saturday, what do I do with my kids? Or this is what you should do. You should come early and stay the whole day and just
oh my gosh, that's
really
awesome.
see. Yeah.
So I bet when it's, being August, You're kind of praying for a rainy day or too hot, because that'd be great to push people inside, right?
I have been known to pray for a rainy day.
So let's repeat again. It's Saturday, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday.
Right. Saturday, August 11th.
August 11th, thank you. And the time?
It's 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay.
Again, this is at the Peoria Civic Center, our dear, wonderful friends at the Peoria Civic Center. And we're just really, really excited. There are also free workshops that people can pre-register for throughout the day.
Awesome.
All of the information is at IgnitePeoria.com. And there's a live interactive map that you can even kind of schedule your day and figure out, what you'd like to do with your
So what are
kids.
some of the workshops about? You got me intrigued
Yes,
there.
yeah. So this year we have workshops ranging from like introduction to musical theater, singing, dance. We do have a tap dance workshop that's going to be happening, and we have a writer's workshop as well. So, and we have a belly dance workshop, introduction to belly dancing.
Oh, how fun.
So yeah, again, this is it's a way that you can, with very minimal commitment, get a taste of a lot of different arts and genres. So it's
And this sounds like a lot of fun, not just for the kids, but for parents and grandparents as well. I mean, very entertaining.
Very, very entertaining. Yeah. When we go around, we see people of all ages sitting down and learning how to Zen tangle, which is a type of drawing form that you can do. Or we see people sitting down and doing the painting or doing the pottery of all ages. So it really is a terrifically fun event for people of all ages to come.
I know I'd get my hands right in there. I love
Oh, yeah.
it. I love doing that kind of stuff. So, well, wonderful. Any other sponsors that you need to mention? Because I know this sounds like there's so many people
Yes,
involved.
there
I want to make sure we have time to give everyone credit, because I'm sure you work with so many people on this.
Well, thank you so much. So we absolutely want to, the Peoria Civic Center would not happen without them. Peoria Flag and Decorating, they sponsor all of the pipe and drape for this. So that's how we can have the exhibit set up. And then our other major sponsors, Facet Technology, the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council, Caterpillar.
Over there, of course.
We love having Caterpillar.
Yes.
ASM International, Niche Theater Arts, Sherman's, and of course, the whole team at ArtsPartners just behind producing the event and our board of directors. And then River City Labs, because River City Labs helps to coordinate the Midwest Maker Fest component of it too.
Yeah.
So really appreciate all of the sponsors, appreciate the support from the city of Peoria that we receive for the event, and we're just excited about year number 5.
Yay, sounds like a wonderful time. Well, thanks so much, Jen, for stopping by and chit-chatting with us. I know you're probably in crunch time with it being less than 2 weeks out, so I appreciate the time to come tell us a little bit more about Ignite Peoria.
Thank you, Jess.
Yay. All right, so not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, come on down to the Peoria Civic Center, August 11th for Ignite Peoria, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning and running until, was it 5?
5.
Until 5 in the afternoon. So you'll be all set. Bring the kids, bring the grandkids, neighbor kids, load them up because it's free. You don't have to pay. And on top of that, we also offer free parking on that day. So coming down to the Civic Center is a real breeze. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. So Ignite Peoria, year number 5. We wish them the best of luck and hope we have a great crowd. All right, so coming up later in September, we have another exciting banquet back at the Peoria Civic Center that I wanted to invite you to. That is the Peoria Mayor's Leadership Prayer Breakfast. We have special guest, Dick Thulean, with us today to talk a little bit more about that. Hi, Dick, welcome.
Good morning, Jess.
How are you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem.
being here
No
this
problem.
morning.
So I know for some folks, getting up early is a hassle, but this event is so worth it.
It's one morning a year. So if you're not a morning person, this will get you up early in the morning and maybe get that into your routine
Maybe
to
get
pass.
you get hooked,
Right.
because I love watching the sunrise.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
It's we've had many, many gorgeous mornings, and when we leave the event, the sun is up. We're out at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
The event starts at 6:30 prompt.
Okay.
And we're out usually 8 o'clock or maybe 5 minutes before, because folks do have to get to work. So we're very, very conscious of the time.
Yeah.
This is not an event that will roll into 8:15 or 8:30. It
Right,
will
yeah,
be
because
over-
people
it'll
are
be over at 8
hustling,
o'clock.
hustling to get
Right.
to work. So, okay, so tell us a little bit about, let's step back. How many years has this been going on? Because I know it's got quite a history.
Yes, this is the 44th anniversary
44.
every year. Started in 1974.
Wow.
When Mayor Carver was mayor, Gary Stella was one of our original board
I'm going to
members.
date you. The year I was born.
And Gary is still on the committee, so it's been going every year since 1974.
Wow.
So this is our 44th anniversary. Wow. And we've had just quite an array of speakers. We have sports speakers, we have politicians, we had a Miss America, we've had authors. Jimmy Carter was a speaker before he was president when he was governor of Georgia. We've had Mike Singletary. We've had all kinds of sports figures.
That's well. I remember one year.
Dave Recchi was here.
Who was the mafia guy you had a couple years ago?
Yes, a couple years ago, right.
So I remember I called my husband, and he didn't know I was going to it, because it's a work thing. And I called him. I said, I had breakfast with the mafia this morning. I'll tell you, he was really interesting.
Yes,
I enjoyed him.
He was excellent.
Yeah.
Our speaker this year is a former wrestler and boxer, Mark Miro. Mark was a WWE boxer wrestler for a while.
We know WWE. We have him at Civic Center a couple times a year.
He gained some success as WCW and WWE wrestling champion. He was actually involved in that for about 14, 15 years, so he's had quite an experience. So Mark's got quite a story to share with us. The purpose of the breakfast, Jess, is the presentation of the gospel of Jesus Christ, and the speaker gives his journey and his spiritual journey, his professional journey. So he talks about his professional life and many times his personal life, and how the gospel has impacted him. And we've had some incredible stories over all these many years. Obviously,
they've been kind of like life-changing stories.
Yes, they have. Absolutely.
I mean, where maybe they went down the wrong road, and they found Jesus, and it turned their life around.
The real purpose is for someone to come invite someone in your family, someone in your business, who maybe would not attend a church with you, but would attend a breakfast at the Peoria Civic Center. And we love it. We love the Peoria Civic Center. We love being there.
Have you, yeah.
So, but that's really the purpose, is to bring them to hear that story of the speaker that we've invited that year. And we try to vary the speakers. I'm a sports guy. We talked a little bit off camera about sports in Peoria, and my wife would tell you, I'm a huge sports guy, so I love when we get sports speakers. Back when Mike Singletary was here, the Bear linebacker, Hall of Famer, I got a chance to talk to Mike for a while. Ben Zobrist has been a speaker for us about 5 years ago, and that's very noteworthy now that Ben's with the Cubs.
Yeah. Now, that was before he was with the Cubs, right?
Right. He was with Tampa Bay at the time. And Ben showed up a little early for the breakfast, and I spent about 30 minutes just asking him every question I could think of about baseball. So Ben did a fabulous job.
Oh, he's a good guy.
But the event is really a community event. We've had other events spring up from the Peoria breakfast. Other communities around Peoria now have their own breakfast too. But we were the original one in 1974.
Neat.
And was at the Civic Center in 1974.
Really? That's where it
Well, I
started?
think, I'm not sure if it was Civic Center or not. It might have been at one of the hotels. But I know it's been a Civic Center for off and on for a long time.
Yeah.
And we enjoy being there.
We love to have you there. So it's a great, with the new ballroom, it's a great venue that.
Ballroom is gorgeous.
Yeah, to be able to see the sunrise, there's the balcony. So if you hang out there just long enough, you can see that sun coming up from the balcony.
I would encourage anyone, Jess, who has never been there to come this year, try it. Just we have a great program. We have music. We have.
So you come in and there's usually music.
Right.
It's very a soothing morning.
Right, and
Music
we
and
have.
coffee. I love it.
We have music during the program. We have a personal testimony of typically someone in the community. Might match up with a speaker. Might be a little different when what the speaker does.
Right.
We have some prayer time. We have some scripture reading and that type of thing. So it's a pretty full morning. It's packed pretty quick.
Yeah,
so
an hour and a half.
An hour and a half, and that includes the time to eat. Also, we have a buffet breakfast. So.
A wonderful breakfast served by Savor Catering. Our catering, I know they do a good job.
It's a great breakfast, yeah.
And I know they offer, last year they had a very, your standard breakfast, but also some unique options for vegetarians and gluten-free, and they always offer a full array, so I always enjoy that. So.
Yeah, no, it's, for tickets, you can go online and get tickets at Peoria Mayor Prayer Event.com.
Okay.
Peoria Mayor Prayer Event.com.
PeoriaMayorEvent.com.
Or 685-1725, 309. That's the office number we use to get tickets if someone wants to mail their check. We then assign seats after we get the reservation. But most folks do it online on today's world. Most people
And I
do
know
online.
you can find you on Facebook as well.
Yes.
Under the Peoria
Mayor, Prayer
Breakfast.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
And I know this past weekend, if you can't find them, the Civic Center, and we shared it, I believe, last weekend as well. So
Yes.
the information is out there. And of course, always, all the events we're talking about here, you can find on PeoriaCivicCenter.com because we have them listed on our website under upcoming events. So that always helps as well. So sometimes it's a good one-stop shop
Yes.
of all the events. So.
September 6th will be here very quickly.
It is. I was telling you, it flipped to August yesterday, and I was like,
Right.
August, what happened this
We
summer?
many times we'll try to get the event at the end of the month where we'll have the whole month to get reservations. And the way it worked out this year, we're at the first of the month. So it'll be here pretty quick.
We'll
It's
have to
only
make a
5-6
push,
weeks
yeah.
away.
So, any kind of event like this is always, it's a lot of work to get them ready. And you have a committee that,
We have a full committee of 11 members. We meet all year round. So as soon as this one's over, we'll start planning. In fact, we're right now negotiating with a speaker for next year.
oh, wow, great.
We hope to be able to announce the name at the event,
Oh,
which we have not done in the
yeah, I was
past.
going to say, that'd be great.
We're hoping to do that. We don't have it put together totally yet. Also, our speaker, Mark, this year is going to be going to two schools in the area, one public school.
Oh, neat.
He's going to be going to Richwoods
Okay.
to speak to students from Peoria High, Richwoods, and Manual. We'll come out to Peoria, out to Richwoods, and he's going to Peoria Christian also to speak.
Wonderful. He's
so
got a full day in front of
He
him.
does. So we try to get the speaker into the community, again, depending on what type of speaker we have.
Great.
But in Mark's case, he's someone that he does a lot of work with youth, a lot of work with schools
Okay.
around the country. So we've got him set up to be at Richwoods and also to be a Peoria Christian.
And the kids always like kind of the sports twist on it too.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
a WWE wrestler. Oh, that sounds so cool.
And that is Mark's way of getting them into the conversation,
Sure.
getting them into listening
Yeah.
to what he's talking about.
Yeah.
His inspirational speech. So
Oh, wonderful.
that's the tagline. That's the hook.
All
that
right.
gets them into it.
So a big event like this, do you have special sponsors that
We do.
that help make it possible?
We do. We have a number of sponsors. In fact, I didn't bring my list with me, but we have 7 or 8 sponsors that are helping us sponsor this year. And we typically have 7 or 8 different sponsors that help us with the event.
Wonderful. Well, great community support.
Yes, we've had a lot of community
Good
support.
food, fellowship, and inspiration to start your morning. I
Right.
tell you, I love the morning. It's always hard getting up and getting ready,
Mm-hmm.
but once I'm there, it's just the best way to start your day. I always say we should do this every morning.
Absolutely.
Can you arrange that every morning?
Every
will you?
morning. That would
Or at
be
least every Thursday. How's that?
every third, once a week. Once a
That'd
week.
be good. That'd be good. Well, great. Well, thanks so much for joining me, Dick. Is there anything
welcome.
else we need to know about the Peoria Mayor's Prayer Breakfast?
Go online or make a phone call. Invite your friends.
Yeah.
We have anywhere from 400 to 500. We've had as many as 2,000 people.
Okay. Oh,
We had
wow.
2,000 a number of years ago
Okay.
when Dave Drebecki was our speaker. So
Oh, yeah.
whatever we need, we have a room at the
Yep.
Civic Center for that. So I would just encourage folks to go online and order their tickets.
Awesome.
We'd love to see them.
Awesome. Well, you heard it. Thursday, September 6th at the Peoria Civic Center Ballroom. The Peoria Mayor's Prayer Breakfast should be a good time with lots of food, fellowship, and inspiration to start your day. So I hope to see you there. So rolling along on kind of on that same theme, last couple weeks ago we had Lauren Daigle in our theater. Contemporary Christian rock music has been on the rise, there is no doubt. And when Lauren Daigle was here, Peoria, you sold out our theater, so thank you for that. If you were interested, if you did like Lauren Daigle or you missed the show, we've got 2 other shows coming up that may be of interest to you. And that's Danny Goki coming on September 20th, and he will be in our theater as well. And then in October, we have Elevation Worship on October the 20th. So PeoriaCivicCenter.com is where you will find all the information and ticket information for those 2 upcoming shows. Rolling along, we also have our big show for the fall, Godsmack and Shinedown. Kind of a different music genre there, but nevertheless a big show. Though that will be in our arena. That'll be a big show. September 30th is when that's coming. PeoriaCivicCenter.com, again, is where you want to look for tickets. Some of the other shows coming up, we've got Leonard Skinner coming in November 3rd, and then we also have Keith Urban coming October 12th. There are still tickets available, so PeoriaCivicCenter.com is where you want to look. For the kids and the family coming up in the fall, we also have Disney Junior Dance Party, we have Wildcrats, and we have Disney on Ice coming the end of December. The beauty of Disney on Ice is it's timed just perfectly while the kids are on Christmas break from school, and it's right after Christmas, so they make great stocking stuffers as well. So think about that one. Also just announced, Bradley Basketball just announced their non-conference games this past week. That is your basketball games for November and December in Carver Arena. If you recall, they ended last year on such a high note. We had an amazing season, so we're really excited to get Bradley Basketball started again. So head on over to Bradley Basketball's website and you can check out all the details on their non-conference games. As you know, we start rolling into fall and winter time. It starts getting colder, and we get hot inside the Peoria Civic Center. We've got lots of events coming up. Again, all of our upcoming shows are listed on PeoriaCivicCenter.com. There's a little tab on the top that says upcoming events, and you want to just click on that, and it'll bring you all the events that are happening in the Civic Center that have been announced, as well as ticket sales. We have the Broadway series coming up. Of course, that's 4 shows. That starts with The Lion King, 15 shows of The Lion King, and that starts October 2nd through the 13th. Those individual tickets, I know everyone's been waiting for those. So we've got season tickets are already on sale, mini season tickets are on sale, and what that is if you want more than one show in our Broadway season. And then the individual Lion King tickets are going on sale August 17th. It's going to be a really big day in the Peoria Civic Center. In the Great Hall, which is kind of the lobby that encompasses the Toyota box office. The doors are going to open at 7 a.m. that morning. If you come on down and purchase the tickets in person, tickets go on sale at 8 a.m. So you get a little 2-hour boost, and then at 10 a.m. they go on sale online. So we're going to have lots of fun things happening in the Great Hall that morning. So come on down. Doors open at 7. That's August the 17th, excuse me. Doors open at 7, tickets go on sale at 8, and then online purchases go on sale at 10. So we should see a lot of motion on those Lion King tickets. People are calling and asking about those nonstop. So we really look forward to a big 15-show run of The Lion King. Capping off our Broadway series for the year, we also have Stomp in the theater in November, and that's November 27th and 28th. We'll have Finding Neverland in February, and then the New York famous show Rent will be coming in April. So a really exciting Ameren, Illinois Broadway series coming to you this year in our theaters, so I hope you at least get to catch one show, if not more than that. Again, PeoriaCivicCenter.com is where you want to find all the upcoming shows and your entertainment for the fall and the winter. We hope to see you downtown real soon. Until next month, thanks and have a great one.
PeoriaLife.com